Let's look at how we can do some off-mat training for foot sweeps and lower body strength and actually coordination. These are good exercises for that. In addition to doing your basic strength work, your squats, your leg presses, all the movements you do for the lower body and your core, these are some good additional exercises specifically for what we do on the mat. If you like foot sweeps, this is a good way to work on the strength to develop your foot sweeps and also get a lot of practice on foot sweep uchikomi in the gym, in the weight room. So what I've done with my cable crossover unit, and you can use anything that's fixed, you can beam or anything you want to use. I hooked my trusty judo belt up on the top of the beam here, my cable crossover unit. And I'm going to use this as a handle. So I'm going to pretend it's my opponent. I'm holding his judo gi, and I got a good grip here. It just happens to be the belt that I'm holding instead of a jacket. Okay, so again, I'm getting you can use a judo jacket if you want to. You know, they I think commercially made. You can have judo jackets that hook up to something and you can hold on to them. You know, perfect. Get those. Those are fine. But I'm cheap, so I've been using my good old judo belt for a long time. I'm going to use it again. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to hold this, and I don't necessarily use my hands to sweep with or anything. I'm just holding on. They're just giving me some stability here. Okay. I could be holding on, if I don't have a belt, I could be holding onto the bar itself. It doesn't matter. Something is I'm holding on to for stability. I'm really concerned here about using my lower body. What I'm going to do is work on my foot sweeps. Now I've got shoes on, so it'll look pretty cloggy doing it, but when I'm going to be doing these, try to keep very good form on your foot sweep. So point your toe, you know, extend your hip, the legs straight, just like you would be doing a foot sweep of Kobayashi Barai on somebody on the mat. So that's what we're going to be aiming for here. And if you want to, just call these foot sweep drills. And so I'm holding here, and I'm just going to sweep. Plant, sweep, sweep. And I'm doing quite slowly here, so you can see. And you want to build up where you're doing quickly. Okay, so I'm holding on here to my the rope, the belt, and I'm going to sweep, 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 sweep. See how that's moving? Point the toe at the same, all this just like you're doing your foot sweep. Sweep, slam, slam, throwing them, bam, bam. You can do them quick, just remember, keep good form. So I would do them, I'll do them about a set of 50, take a quick break, then do another set of 50. They're great finish exercises after you work your legs, or you're done in the gym. It's a great cool down exercise, or if you just want to incorporate it into your leg work. So if I want to, I can always add ankle weights to the exercise as well to add some more resistance. And it's a great thing to do if you want to develop a lot of power in that hip, a lot of strength in that hip. So these are 5-pounders. You can use any weights. I wouldn't use real heavy ankle weights. You don't want to substitute weight for, you know, and have bad form. Keep really good form when you do these. Also remember, when you do them with ankle weights, do them slower than you would normally without any weights on your ankles. If I do them really fast, I could really injure myself, you know, pull a hip flexor or something like that. I don't want that to happen. Hurt my knee, something else, somehow my leg. I don't want an injury. And also, if I do them real fast, with weights on, I tend not to use very good form. I never want to break form on this. I want to have good technical form like I would be doing a foot sweep. I replicate that here in the gym. So when you're using these weights, do them slower. And that's all I would advise. Use one on each leg and just sweep back and forth just like you did before. We're going to do thigh sweeps. Now in Sambo, we do a lot of sweeping movements with the upper leg of the thigh. And you'll see it is done in judo and other sports done as well. So the movement looks like this. A lot of sweeping here, a lot of lifting movement. So we're going to concentrate on those muscles right now. Again, I'm holding a good old-fashioned judo belt, and I'm going to stand here. This is my anchor. I'm just holding on good and tight. Get those where they're even. It's good and tight grip, okay? All right, I'm not necessarily lifting with my hands at all. I'm just holding on. This is my base here. All right, if you'll remember, when we're doing our foot sweeps, we're just basically doing a foot sweep action like this, back and forth, okay? This movement, I'm going to be thigh sweeping, So I'm sweeping with the thigh. So if I'm doing Koreashi Barai or any type of movement, and not just a foot sweep, but using the thigh, the inner thigh, sweeping like that, that's what this is for. Front lift throws, any type of lifting. And we're going to show you another exercises directly for lifting as well. But right now, let's look at this. So I'm going to be doing thigh sweep, thigh sweep, thigh sweep. See how I'm coming across and sweeping, sweeping. I'm lifting my knee straight as up as I can, parallel, my foot down. And remember, when you're doing it, use good form. You know, when I use foot sweep, let's let my foot dangle. I use good form. I cock it up, sweep, sweep, sweep. Notice how my whole body is getting into it, turning with the hips as well. Let's look at leg lifting exercises that are very similar to the thigh sweep exercises. And what we use these a lot in Sambo, you'll see it in Judo too, with throws like Obitori Gaishi, where you're lifting and using your thigh quite a bit and lifting with it. That's what this is for. So you're going to be standing here again, holding my judo belt hooked up to my cable crossover unit, just as an anchor. And all I'm going to be doing is just stepping in and lifting like this. It's almost like a halfway karate kick, okay? I want to be stepping in, and lift. Stepping in and lift. Because if I were throwing someone, step in and lift them. I'll do 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. Or you can alternate. Lift, lift, lift. You get the idea. The idea is to lift your knees straight up as high as you can, like you pretend you're throwing somebody. Get your back into it as well, because we're using the entire core area where the muscles in the back tie in, up in the mid area of the back, all the way into the buttocks and the glutes here, and certainly into the legs. So when you're lifting, lift up nice and high. You can also just do this if you want to, which is a great exercise. That simulates it. You want to do it as a cool down, a warm up. This is a lift, lift. Those work too. You can use these exercises as well with weights. You can use ankle weights. They do make leg weights. They put those out on the market that you can strap onto your upper leg. But I wouldn't use any more than about 5 pounds or so, really, even if you're a great big guy. I mean, you can use more if you wish, but I tend to think you'll use poor form, and you could cause injury, especially up here your glutes. Glutes are easy to pull. We all know that from just training every day. So if I put 3 pounds on my ankles, I can do the same exercise lifting and get benefit with a little added resistance. Again, it's resistance training for the lifting, for the thigh lift movement, leg lift movement. It really does pay off. So if you do want to use these, again, if you do use ankle weights or leg weights that hook up the upper body, or upper part of the leg, I should say, do your exercises slower and with make sure you use very strict form, so you don't want to have any injuries and you don't want to break the form. You don't want to lose good technique just for the sake of using heavier weight.